It was crazy.
The path to parenthood
I just assumed, no, it can't happen and it won't happen.
is not always predictable.
Because I was using, I didn't have periods.
Not every pregnancy is planned.
6 months. I was 6 months along.
6 months along, while still in the midst of a meth addiction, Alicia Johansson and Fred Thornton realized they were having a baby.
I was not in good shape because I had not gotten any prenatal care.
Preeclampsia led to an emergency C-section. At 7 months, Carter James Thornton was born.
There's a nurse that came in and she said, I need to know, what have you been using? Have you been drinking? And I told her everything. I remember her saying, don't worry, they're not going to take your baby. They're just here to make sure you get back on the right track. And I said, okay, because I knew that I had done wrong and that was what I needed to do.
While Carter spent the next 2 months in the NICU, the county found a foster family.
At first, I was so relieved to see them. I told them, thank you so much. I really appreciated what they were doing.
This was how, in September 2019, Case 19JV13 began. A petition of dependency and neglect by Washington County Human Services. A treatment plan outlining the steps Alicia and Fred needed to complete to bring home their son.
I just thought, do what they say and it'll be fine.
The goal is, once the parents are stable in their sobriety and it's safe for the child to go home, you start working toward that.
To successfully navigate this legal process, attorney Tricia Matusak was assigned to represent Alicia.
Once she made that commitment, she was a rock star.
I knew that I was going to turn around because I had to. We did not slip up one time.
Back to Dad?
Yet, as Carter grew from baby to toddler,
I gotta come check this out.
crawling, walking, talking, the case hit detour after detour.
We would file a motion to increase visits. They would file a motion to cease visits. We would file a motion to have the court deem Fred and Alicia fit parents. They filed the second motion for termination. It was almost tit for tat.
Nothing was ever good enough. There was always a new thing.
I've not seen parents do this much and have barriers thrown up every time they succeed.
Barriers made all the more numerous when the foster parents decided to intervene.
So foster parent intervention would be where foster parents come into a case as full parties. They are able to file motions, call witnesses, cross-examine witnesses, participate fully in all aspects of the case. And yet we know all of the research shows us that children do better long-term when they are placed with their families.
Melanie Jordan works for a state-funded agency that helps parents get back their parental rights. She says the foster parents' intervention led to years of delays.
This is definitely one of the biggest miscarriages of justice I've probably ever seen in my career.
Foster parent intervention has increased in Colorado in the past decade. When foster parents intervene, the chance of reunification decreases for the birth parents.
The hoops that these parents had to jump through, none of that would have happened without foster parent intervention.
And I am his mother. Gosh darn it, I am his mother, and this is where he belongs.
As the fight for Carter entered a third year, the costs escalated.
This case is one of the most expensive cases that our office has had.
Foster parent intervention typically double court costs.
And that's because there's more motions, there's more people talking, the hearings last longer, and there's more litigation that just takes time and takes money.
The cost so far of 19JV13, at least $280,000.
All taxpayer dollars, all state-funded dollars. When there was a parent ready and willing and able to support their child, available the whole time.
And then in November 2022, an unexpected turn.
Reports came out indicating irregularities in how the county handled the case.
We know that Washington County opened an employment investigation into the Washington County Department of Human Services. We don't know why because the report remains sealed. We do know the county found evidence of a possible promise made to the foster parents.
They made promises, they made decisions, and they had to see those through. And they became blind to what really was best for Carter or our family, or even what was right. They had promises to keep.
And we know within days, Grant Smith, the head of Washington County Human Services, resigned, and the county gave up the fight.
I fully believe that if the Washington County director had not resigned, then this case would have gone to a termination hearing, and these parents might have had their rights terminated. which is terrifying.
3 years, 6 months, and 17 days after his birth,
To the library.
Carter James Thornton's path finally led him back home.
We're doing things, we're going places.
March, march, march.
Life is good.
This way.
Life is good.
While I'm really happy that Carter is back home, this family has experienced a loss that none of us can make whole.
Woohoo!
This family won't ever get back the early years with their child. They did what we ask parents to do in these cases. Their son should have come home much earlier.
They should have had their kid back 2.5 years ago. People need to know how this case was handled so that it doesn't happen to anyone else.
Nice. You're so brave.
We're where he belongs. We will always give him the unconditional love that he deserves. We worked very hard for it.
With photojournalist Anna Hewson, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.